Today we're getting into something that seemed simple at first, but really wasn't. Manchester City's surprisingly early exit from the Club World Cup.
Right.
Beyond just the result, our sources paint this, well, really fascinating picture. It touches on player performance, big money, and just the sheer physical grind on these top athletes.
Exactly. And this one event, which, many just saw as a loss, it actually gives us a great window into the wider pressures that top clubs face.
Yeah.
It's way more than just the final score.
Okay, let's dive right into that key moment then. The big headline was City losing to Al Hilal, the Saudi Pro League side. A real shock defeat in the last 16.
Ended their run pretty abruptly.
And Guardiola, he was quoted straight after, saying, "We have been on an incredible journey together and we're in a good place. The vibe was really good, but we go home and now it is time to rest our minds for the new season." Does that sound like him finding a silver lining or maybe acknowledging some deeper problems?
Well, the sources kind of suggest it was a bit of both, actually. Despite the upset, he definitely learned things like on the attacking side, some new signings looked pretty promising.
Oh, yeah. Like, whoa.
Tijani Reinders, for one. He looks like he'll bring some, much-needed energy and enthusiasm to that midfield.
Okay.
And then Rayan Cherki, the France international, he didn't just score, he also laid on a really glorious assist, as one source put it. So definite bright spots there.
But, okay, attacking flashes aside, our sources seem to immediately flag up some, let's say, major concerns at the back defensively. What were the specifics there?
Yeah, this is where things looked a bit shaky. Ryan Ait-Nouri, despite maybe helping in attack, defensively there were question marks, often caught out.
Right.
And then you had Matthias Nunes, who's really a midfielder playing it right back, a bit of a square peg in a round hole situation, and it showed.
Not ideal.
Not at all.
Uh-huh.
And adding to that, there was an identified lack of pace in the heart of the defense. That's a real worry at this level.
And what about squad depth overall? Was this Guardiola maybe getting tactics wrong or just, the limits of the squad being exposed?
Seemed more like the latter, really. John Stones, interestingly, was the only outfield player not to see any minutes at all, which makes you wonder about his fitness or maybe his role right now. And then there's still that worry about Rodri, who missed so much of the season, maybe having another setback. The squad just couldn't quite cover those gaps when it was really tested.
So a bit of a tactical wake-up call, perhaps, but it wasn't all negative. Let's talk money, because even with the early exit, this trip was still pretty lucrative for City, wasn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Financially, it was very successful. The numbers are quite something. City pulled in about $37.8 million total.
Wow.
Yeah, that included a big $27.9 million just for turning up. The participation fee plus $1.5 million for each win they got.
And that basically covers...
Well, if you look at it, that sum pretty much paid off the transfer fees for Ait-Nouri, who was around $31 million, and Cherki at $30.5 million. So yeah, financially a really good outcome.
Okay, so the income side looks good, but the outgoings, not in cash, but in player energy, stamina, that picture looks much rougher based on the sources. City played 61 games this season.
61, yeah.
That equals their most ever under Guardiola since 2016. Just imagine that workload. It's asking elite athletes to run flat out day after day for a whole year. There has to be a breaking point.
That's a perfect way to put it. The toll is huge.
Yeah.
Look at Tijani Reinders. He clocked up, get this, 4,861 minutes just for AC Milan last season alone.
Incredible.
And you've got 4 City players who've played over 100 games in just the last 2 seasons. Reinders again, Gundogan, Foden, Bernardo Silva. The sources are basically saying this isn't just a dip in form, it's burnout. Statistically, it's undeniable.
How so?
Think about this. City let in 78 goals this season. That's their worst record under Guardiola. 78. And it's 32 goals more than they conceded in their trouble season, 22-23, even though they played the exact same number of matches, 61. That really shows you how that relentless pressure affects even the best teams.
So pulling this all together, what's next for the squad then?
Well, the immediate step is rest. They get a much-needed 4-week holiday now. Then they're back for the Premier League opener on Saturday, August 16th against Wolves.
Right. So this deep dive into City's Club World Cup trip, it really shows you how one result can pull back the curtain on this whole complex mix of finance, squad management, and the brutal physical cost of elite football. And this leads us to maybe a bigger thought. How do clubs balance these huge financial rewards from global tournaments against the very real cost, physical, tactical to their players in their overall game? What's the actual price of all this ambition in sport today?
What's fascinating here is it really makes you question, doesn't it? Is this constant chase for trophies and money truly sustainable in the long run? Or are we starting to see, the inevitable cracks appearing in modern football because of it?
A question that definitely goes beyond just one tournament or even one club.
Yeah.
Something for you to keep thinking about as we watch this demanding, beautiful game unfold.